Good evening and welcome. This is Simply Frank, and I'm Frank. The UPND party has put its leadership in place for the next 5 years, entrusted for the chairmanship of the youths for another 5 years is GILBERT LISWANISO, who is my guest on Simply Frank, this evening. Good evening and welcome. Good to see you.
Good evening, Frank.
You look good.
And I'm humbled to have been interviewed by the veteran.
You look good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's start on a lighter note, before we go to the main issues. A number of people don't know you very well. Some may know you. Some say you are a militant, and others have given you a nickname called Mosquito. Could you tell us who you are, especially your political life?
Thank you, Frank. The name Mosquito came from my compound, George Compound, Lima. Today's Lima constituents, but Lima George Compound in Matero. A compound is known with the bad activities, but a good compound which understand, which lacks development, which want to see development, who are eager to see a lot of things in terms of development. And you're aware that George Compound was married to a lot of cholera every year, cholera. So that's where I was identified now as a young leader, small businessman there, running some small bars there, but also contributing to the community in terms of educating, sensitizing the community in terms of cholera, typhoid, HIV and AIDS, TB. Those are the things which I've done at my young age in George Compound when I was 21, 22. From there, I was identified also to lead a group of women and men in terms of development, because the Swedish government partnered with the Zambian government to improve the sanitation in George Compound. So I was identified from there. I became a WDC chairperson for planning and everything. The women gave me that responsibility to ensure that we improve the livelihood of the people within George Compound in terms of schools, infrastructure, even roads. And I still remember from 2006 to 2011, most of the roads which were tarred then by there, it was our group mentioning them and pursuing from that time with the MMD, even when it was PF, to ensure that the roads are being tarred. So because I worked at Zambia Brewers as a casual from 1999 to 2011, also moving the company as a unionist, as a casual, pushing Zambian bottlers or Zambian breweries to ensure that that company respect the labor laws. So some improvement you are seeing as Zambian breweries, it is because LISWANISO GILBERT contributed, whereby now the kind of improvement in terms of workers there, I stood firm. We were fired, but I'm happy today that no one can be a casualty as Zambian breweries. When you go there, they give you a permanent work. That's part. And then now people, because I normally speak my mind and I make noise. For sure, I make noise. When I know that what I'm doing is the right thing, I'll make noise until some certain things are given. So I was nicknamed the name of Mosquito. When they say me, nakeve mtukoyonda kati pasa chongo ka Mosquito. So by denying that name Mosquito, it's like I was encouraging everyone now to say Mosquito man. Then I just took the name to say, let me leave it the way it is. People have identified me in that way, but not Mosquito to bring trouble, but to bring good things to the citizen and to the community. So that's the name of GILBERT LISWANISO, General Mosquito. So in politics arena, the PF, the opposition within the UPND, that's the name they know me about. But if you ask really about even people tell what he fights for, he fights for the good thing for everyone.
What attracted you to politics?
I think for me, there are two things. Many people have joined politics because of certain things they go through. For me, one of it faced about casualization itself at Zambian breweries. because Frank, I started calling as a radio caller in 2001.
Yeah.
On Radio Fins.
Yeah, on Let the People Talk.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
By the name called Mr. G within Lusaka.
Absolutely.
By that time, we were Gilbert Wandi, Mr. Konoso.
Yeah.
Proud as the longest caller in this country.
Yeah.
Dr. Proud.
Yeah.
The longest caller in this country.
Yeah.
Imboa. I just want people to understand that I come a long way by in terms of communicating to the people and speak on behalf of the people.
Yeah.
So that's when I did my politics. But I was fearing. But because people say, no, speak out, it's your country. And then later on, because of the community work and certain things, then I said, let me join politics.
Right.
And I joined politics clearly in 2006. Mm-hmm. Apart from doing this community work, 2006, I was supporting PF. Mm-hmm. And I was a PF member, a committed member. Despite doing community work, but I was a PF. In 2011, I wanted to stand as a councillor on the PF ticket. I was not adopted, and I went independent.
Right.
And then I lost an election. 2013, that's when now President Hakainde Hichilema picked me from George Compound.
Yeah.
He picked me from George Compound, and he even received me from George Compound.
Right.
And then from there, I said, I want to form government with the President Hakainde Hichilema. And I still remember I told him that I want to like be Judge Ngoma of a PF by then.
Yeah.
They were committed with the Michael Sata, difficult situation. So we learned a lot from there. And then that's when I approached my colleagues within UPND by the name of Samuel Ngwira.
Yeah.
And I encouraged him that let's hold on this man.
Right.
One day we'll rule this country. So let's be with him. Let's go on the ground. So from that, that's what I can say attracted me to be in politics. And also, even at my young age, I may say that in a group, people give me responsibility.
Absolutely.
You know, when you are growing, every time in a group, they give you responsibility. Responsibility. Then from there, I said, I think we are able to participate. But I'll tell you, Frank, that it has not been easy.
Yeah.
Especially 2001 to 2011, it was okay, we can do. But 2011 to 2021, politics for us as young people has been very difficult because married with a lot of violence.
Yeah.
Your business goes down like no man's business. It was not easy, whereby you don't know where you're sleeping at the end of the day. So also it encouraged us to work extra hard.
Yeah.
That's why, Frank, I'll tell you that I don't like violence. I don't like it because we understand it as UPN, what we went through. Not the violence, the few pockets we are seeing. Under our time in opposition, the violence was an everyday. It was a food. Within your area, in your home, 3, 4, 5, there are 6 people, 10 youth. Cannot talk about PF, they'll beat you. Every section there, this grouping of people. But we thank God with the courtesy of Zambian people that they gave us the opportunity in 2021 to give President Hakainde Hichilema to run this country.
What is the cause of violence? What leads to violence? Is it unemployment, or is it the difficulties of living together, working together as a people, as Zambians, and not as politicians?
Number one, first of all, it's about leadership. A leader, if it attains violence, it trickles down. A leader, if it attains discipline and hard work, it will trickle down. So for me, it's not about the youth because there is no employment, God has created us that we need to till the land. That's the first, the first principle of every human being should understand that when you are born now, you need to sweat for everything which you want. You need to sweat for it at the end of the day. So it's not supposed to be violence, no. The responsibility of every leader or the government is to create an environment for its citizen to accept certain things. But the majority of the things, it is us on our own. So you cannot use violence for you to get what you want. You need to use your brain, your hard work, and your discipline to get what you want. So for me, first of all, it's about the president.
Yeah.
Is the president tolerating violence? If you tolerate it, it will go down to each and everyone.
Yeah.
But if you tolerate hard work, it will go. For instance, today, we have President Hakainde Hichilema, who is very organized. From opposition, he told us, no one should go in a market. He told us that.
Yeah.
No one will go to the bus station. There is even a word, Frank, we normally used in opposition, even today. Ngamvela Kaindevo Muzayambana. Meaning you know your leader. So the young people understand because they have stayed with him in opposition for so long. Ngamvela Evo Kainde Muzayambana.
Right.
So meaning you know your leader that he does not tolerate bad things.
Yeah.
So number 2, Hakainde is encouraging us to become more hardworking society, the young people. And he's doing so to the young people. In the 11 years, yes, we were doing something, but we became so lazy. Because number 1, for us to eat, first we have to beat somebody.
Right.
I need to insult you.
Yeah.
Frank, you are now becoming 74 years.
Yeah.
Imagine I'm on the platform start insulting my father like yourself.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing? And then the president is entertaining such a thing. We need to say no to it.
Yeah.
Because you're an elderly person.
Right.
Yes, among ourselves, there's no problem. So discipline should be first there to respect elderly people, because we have seen a lot which we haven't seen ourselves.
Right.
So President Hakainde is encouraging discipline and hard work. And if you have seen, it has not been very easy.
Yeah.
Because young people want fast things. They want it today, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
They don't want to invest their time on working on the ground. They'll accuse this government not doing this.
Yeah.
It is because, again, we politicians, we have gone on a platform to tell the young people, the women, when I become the president, I'll give you free things for you.
Absolutely.
I'll do this thing for you. I'll do this for you. No. Once you do that, you are creating laziness among your citizens. But if you have followed the Hakainde claim, has been consistent from opposition up to date, that whatever we want to earn is about hard work.
Right. There's no doubt, Gilbert, that, violence, especially, after 2021, it minimized.
Yes.
Like you say, the president, spoke, against, violence, but it has picked up certain pockets of violence, we're witnessing, today.
Yeah.
What is the cause, of this? Have, political members, especially the youth, stopped listening, to the preachings of the leaders?
Preaching of non-violence should continue. It's not an one-day thing. We need to talk about it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
No violence, no violence, no violence. It helps the country so that we can focus on development, all of us.
Yeah.
So it's like the way we go to church. You preach every day to a human being.
Yeah.
Because a human being is a very difficult person. So we need to preach on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So we are preaching that. President Hakainde Hichilema is preaching about it. My responsibility as the National News Chairman is to reach out even for those who so-called notorious within our family, who can cause violence, who can insult. My responsibility is to reach out to them how we want, the way we want things to be done. And also to our colleagues in opposition, because they're part and parcel of the governance of this country. They play a role, because when they do checks and balances, they're doing it on behalf of Zambian people. So even them, they should speak about non-violence. There shouldn't be any violence. Don't leave it to the government alone. Don't leave it to President Hakainde Hichilema alone. No, all of us collectively. You, the media, you need to talk about it. Church leaders, talk about it. Also, the traditional leaders, talk about it, because it is our country all over us. So that at the end of the day, we focus on one thing, the governance of the country. Are we doing a right thing? So, yes, few days within ourselves, first of all, as UPND, as we go to an election, general election itself, adoption, comes with tempers at the end of the day. Not only us, even in opposition, but we are continuously checking one another and to say, no. It's only one position at a time.
Right.
And also we take responsibility as leaders. Where there is a problem, we take responsibility to ensure that those who are bringing violence are brought on the table to talk to them.
Right.
Others are even taken to the police to ensure that I think we have gone beyond what we're not expecting from you. We are doing so for the betterment of the country.
Some of the people, who have become, members of UPND now, Gilbert, are some of those who belong to PF, who are instrumental, for violence. Why have you welcomed them? And what have you done, to ensure, that they leave the past, behind?
Thank you very much. Frank, people are joining UPND because the way we have behaved also ourselves. I want to remind you, you have been in politics so than even us. We have interacted with senior politicians in this country. In 1991, I was young, but I remember very well because we had relatives who were in UNIP. After MMD won an election, most of UPND youth for UNIP, they were beaten, scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
That was 1991. In 2011, when there was the change of government, the MMD youth, by then, they were beaten after PF won an election, and they were chased. Even leaders, I'll give an example like William Banda, was running away from this country, was taken to Malawi, destroyed his property. But the good part, you need to understand that in 2021, the UPN never revenged. Despite what we went through, we never did that. Brenda Kainde looked at the bigger picture. If I allow violence, I won't run this country. Was to tell the UPND youth leaders that let's swallow the bitter pill. By swallowing the bitter pill, it is important for all of us that we focus now on development. And then we show our colleagues that we need to live like this as a family because we only have one country called Zambia. And for sure, all of us as youths, that was a directive. We went in everywhere to talk to our people. It's a daily because our youths, they live others they live with the bullets, other than the wheelchair. But at the end of the day, again, the same youth from PF, they have seen the good leadership from Hakainde Hichilema. They're saying, I can't be in opposition. I want to join the way you are saying because I'm a politician. So these are political parties. You cannot close the door. We have to open the door for them. But when they're coming in, we tell them how we stay in the party now. That in UPND, that's what we value. We respect people. We don't insult. We don't beat people. Ours is to campaign and tell them what the government is doing for the people. So this is what we normally do on a daily basis for those who are joining us. We are not saying that we got sent in UPND. We got those, again, who are even more bitter. When they say, PF, this one insulted me last time. This was the one who hacked me. Sometimes we hear they even fought. But we move in there and then to calm them down. Frank, I'll tell you that it is not easy.
Absolutely.
Because I'm running a youth week who is bitter and angry because what they went through. But we are trying our best through Brenda Kainde Hichilema, the president himself, and other leaders by guiding us, by talking to us on a daily basis. That's the most important thing.
You mentioned, that you had stood as an independent. Today, we have seen, that your party is not accommodating, independence. In fact, the violence in Mazabuka, that unfortunately, that led to the manhandling of the former Minister of Local Government, Gary Nkombo, is as a result of his decision to stand as an independent. What has changed now, Gilbert? How did you arrive at this?
First of all, we meant well. The statement just meant well. And I'll use this platform to address my uncle, Mr. Winter Kavimba. Because by then he was the Secretary General of the PF. Okay, when we left out, he was not happy. For me and Isaac Mwanza, especially for me who went an independent. He said, you are destroying the presidential vote. This boy is not PF. Don't entertain him even to use even the regalia. He was bitter.
Yeah.
Was he wrong? The answer, no, he was right. Because he was protecting the institution of the PF and the presidential vote that they need to form government. So whoever who has not been adopted should remain within PF and campaign within for the president.
Yeah.
So he was protecting the party. Okay? It was not even wrong. And I want to say it was not even wrong. The way he shouted at me, it was just right. They could not accommodate me, but I went in. And I learned lessons.
Yeah.
In 2021, PF lost an election because of allowing more independence. So we need to learn. There are lessons we need to learn as a political party in power now. What made PF to lose an election? They allowed independent everywhere, thinking they're adding value to the presidential vote. Yet, it was bringing the vote down. So, Honorable Gary Kombo, it's just maybe 3 months ago or 2 months ago, that's when he was relieved from his position as chairman election. It was collective, all of us.
Yeah.
Let's not allow independent in our party. Let them, everyone remain inside. And we got it, all of us, that we protect the party. For us to be in power, there's only one position. But for sure, in terms of adoption, we need to get a popular candidate so that we increase the vote. But unfortunately, Frank, is that if there are 5 or 4 candidates, the 4 candidates or 5 candidates in one constituency, all of them they are popular. For them to step on to go on the ground, they feel all of them that they are popular. Even if you get the last one, you will feel like I'm popular.
Right.
You get the number 1, it's the same. So you just have to know how to handle the 4. So, but the party will go deeper to look to this. This one can win us an election. Yeah, they have the capacity. Is he popular? Is he loyal? Is he respectful to the people? Because you can be popular, but you got a vulgar language to the people. You can be popular, maybe you're a witch. They know you about that, you're a witch. You can be popular, you're a junk. So the party will sit down and look beyond your popularity.
Yeah.
And then they'll pick the best to say, this one can win us an election. At least is able to understand, can accommodate people. But the 4 who have remained, they'll fight to say, no, you can't leave me. Me, I'm the only one who is popular. 2, the candidate we spoke to the independent, we spoke to everyone.
Yeah.
Since you are using the party structure, going to the branches, no one should go as an independent.
Right.
So we have made you, Frank, we have taken you to this man, to this group, as a party, talk to them, to this group, to this, and then you have created a relationship with the people on the ground, using the structure of the party UPND. Then tomorrow you are not being adopted, then you run away, then you are disturbing the votes now, because others they will feel like, we don't need you.
Yeah.
So you're saying, remain here and support the one who have been adopted. So if you want to go an independent, don't come to the party UPND. Don't come to, then go on your own, start doing as an independent, then come into the organization, you use our structure, because you're not being adopted, then you say you want to go an independent.
But do they have to be beaten?
No. You don't. In fact, I'll tell you that even those boys, they're just overzealous. I can tell you that most of them, they have gone as an independent. Those of you who feel that they're not happy with the adoption process, they've gone as an independent. So the boys were just overzealous for nothing. Okay? And even for us, we didn't expect that, because no one has chased. Apart from leaving the position, Gary Kombo, for me, up to date, I still not a member of UPND. We still love him. All of us is our man. So for him to go as an independent came as a surprise, because is it because he didn't participate? Because he has to appreciate from 2006, was given an opportunity as a member of parliament, 2011, 2016, 2021. Okay? So you need to say thank you to everyone, to say, at least given also an opportunity as a minister. How many people have struggled for this party?
People are saying, Gilbert, that what is happening, to Gary, is because he is regarded, as a threat, to President, Hakainde.
No, Frank, to run a political party, President Hakainde has made Gary to be where he is there. He has made all of us to be where we are today. No one will take away that from Hakainde Hichilema. We need to be honest to each other. Gary Nkambo was not a UPND. He used to be FD and MMD. They wired him twice there. He only came to win when he became a UPND under the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema. The fact of the matter, Hakainde has run this political party to be where it is today. It's not easy. Don't be cheated, Frank, by anybody else. You remember even the way to say Sakiva Scotta, because all FDD, Sakiva Scotta, they were at par, all of them. But all these political parties went down. But Hakainde stood firm with this party, with his leadership, knowing how to reach out to each and everyone, how to control us to be where we are today. There's nothing like a threat. The issue is Hakainde stands firm, and I know Hakainde means well even to his brother. The problem we have been having collective, all of us, we have been disappointing Hakainde Hichilema. We can count how many of his friends who have disappointed Hakainde Hichilema. Because the man is organized and is very straight. And it's not easy. If you're a weaker guy and you want shortcut, you cannot work with Hakainde Hichilema. You can't work with him. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with the people of Zambia. The man is very organized and always wants to save the majority, the small one on the ground, the vulnerable people. And I'll give you examples why. That's what I'm saying. Even about CDF, he has taken that money, 40 million, to the people. Free education back to the vulnerable people. This is the kind of a man we have as a nation. All he needs to us is to support him. So there's nothing like a threat. When you have made a mistake in a party, the party has to punish us. No one in the party is bigger than anyone. So if Gary has been said, stay aside for about 3-4 things mistakes we have done, is to obey and keep quiet. And then leadership will continue talking on your behalf for you to return to a position. So for me, Frank, I'll tell you that President Hakainde Hichilema is a good president. But if I err today as a LISWANISO, I need to be punished at the end of the day.
I am conscious, that there are a lot of, people who have been with UPND through thick and thin. Today, there are a number of defectors who have come into UPND, and some of them have been adopted, as against people who have been there through thick and thin. You left, PF to join UPND. When UPND was, in opposition, some people can say he deserves it. Okay, he's committed, to UPND. But you have defectors now who people are saying, members of UPND are saying, they're benefiting more than the people who have stood firm with UPND. What is your position on that?
Thank you, Frank. It's a difficult question, very difficult question, and emotional question. But which needs answers and for people to understand what the purpose of UPND to be in power is to recruit. Why are we mobilizing on a daily basis? You want the same people to join you. For you to remain in power, for you to maintain power, you need the same people. The same people also that are seeing what your president is doing together with you as the way you are behaving. So you are attracting people to join you. So maybe you can only stop not campaigning, then they won't come in. But people are coming in because the way we as a party UPND, we have portrayed ourselves to the citizen out there. So now the PF are being attracted to say, let's just join the winning team. Let's join Hakainde Hichilema. Look, he has given us this free education. Look, he has given us this CDF. Look, in terms of infrastructure. Look, there is peace. The issue of lawlessness no longer there. I think they mean well. Why can't we join them? So others who are joining also within their constituencies that still remain powerful and also are so wanted by their people. But they're saying, for me to develop very well in my constituency, I just have to join the party. So if they are popular in their constituency and have joined UPND, we cannot say no. Is to give them that opportunity to serve. But what we need to do now as a party is to talk to our colleagues within the party to say, look, these are the things Why we have brought in someone here to stand on this ticket is because of A, B, C, D. They need to understand. The issue is, have you taken away their position? The answer is no.
Yeah.
We are just coming from the January conference. Most of our members have retained their positions. So even these who are coming, no one, they are just members or supporters of the UPND.
Yeah.
No one will going to take away my position as an NMC member. I'm still here as a UPND. I'm still there until 2031 maybe.
Yeah.
But again, we are saying you're the owners, so-called the owners of the party. The one who comes today also is the owner of the party. Because UPND, it is not a UPND for LISWANISO.
Yeah.
It's UPND for the citizens of this country.
Right.
Like other political parties, all political parties which are in Zambia are for the Zambian people. You cannot chase them.
Yeah.
The door should be open. But now it is us leaders also. How do we handle so-called old members, the new members who are coming, that we work together for the benefit of the majority. Right. So we won't stop. We'll continue recruiting. They're coming in. But our leaders of UPND, let's talk to each other.
Gilbert, people have to congratulate you, that you have reached the pinnacle as youth leader. But what are you telling other youths who are saying, yes, we youths, we're doing well, we got positions in the party, but there are fewer of us, in cabinet. How do you explain that?
And I keep on telling a lot of young people that first we want to thank President Hakainde through Bill 7 that now we're going to have 15 of the young people be nominated to Parliament, 20 women and 5 with disability. We want to thank President Hakainde. And it tells you that how we want the young people participate in the warfare in this country. And we need to know that, Frank, that President Hakainde is running a country of the young people. The majority, they are young people. And it's not easy when you are dealing with a young generation with energy and they want something today. And for him, he wants these young people to participate in the leadership of this country. And if you have seen even the people surrounding Hakainde, they're not old guys. They're young, 45 going down. If they're big, maybe they're 50. I think you have noticed that. It goes back to even the corporate world, in the media. I find the people are running now the media, most of them, they're young people. When you go to these institutions, banks, everywhere, are the young people running the country. Or they need such a motivation and being identified. But again, we the young people, we should not stay home thinking that I'm going to be appointed. I'm going to be given that opportunity to say, now let me go become a minister, let me become the PS. You need to participate. You need to be identified in your community, even in a church. People should know that in a church, you are a leader, you are the one leading the church. And the church will identify you. They'll call a political party. But in our church, we have this young person. I think he's able to deliver. So the community should identify us, we the young people. What really are we doing? What are we participating? But if we're going just to stay because we are young, then we are losing there. I've encouraged young people that no one will come. The old people like yourself, you're not going just to give it on the silver plate. No. You're not. Because now that is laziness. You're encouraging laziness. We need to participate. So at leadership now they're able to identify. So President Hakainde has identified us. When you look about even councillor, council chairman, even in this general election, a lot of young people have been adopted, have been given an opportunity. But the issue is they should not disappoint the leadership. They should become loyal and listen to the leadership at the end of the day. That's the most important thing.
How close are you to policy making, to the government, as youth chairman, as youth leader? How much do you influence, government policies, so that the youths that you're representing, their voice is being heard?
Thank you. First of all, we run with the manifesto and the vision of the party. That's where I'm in myself. The influence I have under our office, the manifesto and the vision of the party and for the president. So as we enter there now to influence and also to ask for those opportunities back to the young people. Part of it is the free education itself. It's benefiting the young people, almost 2.5 million of the young ones. That's a benefit for the nation. It may not look a benefit today, but 10 years from now, we are able to sing a song of Hakainde Hichilema and the UPN that the young people were given these opportunities. Through CDF, I'm seeing young people at the college, university, skills and training, because the human resource was being destroyed in this country in terms of skills and training. It was not there. Plumbing, welding, carpentry, they were not there. So today, I can say that every constituency, in 156 constituencies by then, every year, we had 300 to 500 of young people going back through CDF to a school to go and train, which is a plus. That's what we ask from the president and his cabinet to give us. Let's talk about employment itself. Okay, 30,000 of teachers, nurses, police, army, ZAF, ZNS. Yes, the number may look 80, 100, it's small. But that 100, it changes the lives of people at the end of the day. Certain families are orphaned. From that alone, their family are changing. The 40 million talking about the CDF, it may look be small, but it's changing the lives of the people at the end of the day. A young person is sitting on a desk today is saying, tomorrow I want to be like Frank. The young people want to become, I want to be like Frank Mtubila. They are there, we could listen to them. But it can be encouraged when the environment of free education is there. So we talk about bursaries now, loans at university. It's not everyone who can afford, but that family which is vulnerable, if it's given that opportunity, you'll know that the country is going somewhere. So the influence, yes, we have it through the party. My role is to ensure that when there is something missing, I push the government. I put all these things are needed from the young people. And they respond. And I may say that in the 5 years of Hakainde Hichilema, I'm a proud National Youth Chairman, that most of the sectors, small things for the young people, has been implemented by President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND. In terms of employment, in terms of skills training, all jobs which are being given today, the young people are the one being benefiting, which is a plus to us. We are not saying that it is enough. We still have a lot of challenges, Mr. Frank. Challenges are there. But all we are asking is that, hold on a bit. Let's ride behind this man, Hakainde Hichilema, who understands you, the youth, who loves you, who understands it is only you who gave him that opportunity to run this country. And he's saying, give me another opportunity for the second term, so that whatever we are doing at the government, we do it together.
Politics is about numbers, Gilbert. You have gone out, to entice, students from higher education. Other people are accusing you of bribing, students. That you bus them to functions. You pay them, money to support the president, to support, the party. What is your clarification? What is your defense on that?
I think for the first time, this president has been very good books with the university, with students. We need just to admit, all of us, because he has tolerated them. And he understands them. He knows how to engage them. So we need to understand. And from there, the young people feel like they have a president who listens to them. So every function, they want to follow. They want to listen to him. So no one is busting for the... You can ask them. The issue is the love. When there's an issue, they will protest, but at the end of the day, there will be dialogue. Under PF, they could not do that. There will be tear gas, but under this government, if you afford very well, there's a say, let's engage. Because that's the principle of President Hakainde Hichilema. He doesn't like protests, placards, and no, he said, every issue is resolved on the table. There's no need to go in the street. Come back on the table, put your points, what you want. Convince me, I convince you, we work together. And from there, I've seen that President Hakainde has a good rapport with the students across the country. And wherever we have gone, the students, they'll follow him because of that. And also, when the majority young people are found in this university are coming from the background of poor people, vulnerable people, and then they have a president who has provided those loans, bursaries, free education for them. They are happy with them to say, we cannot disappoint this president. He's our man, he's our father, he's our uncle. So he's their buddy. So for me, there's nothing but we can even ask the student to tell you if they have just a love with their kind HLM, which we cannot stop.
Why was the head of an I think Dollar, Cobell University saying, students had been paid, when the president was on the Cobell?
Frank, we're saying these are politics at the end of the day. I don't think you can pay the old student. Where are you going to get that money? If you say, let's say about busing, let me say, if it's about no, we want to come where the president is. Because in these universities, we have students who support UPND, full UPND. They are cadres for the UPND. They push the policy of UPND. They speak good about UPND. They campaign for UPND, everything. If they want to come and they party somewhere where they're staying, because these are branches. Like when you go to Wonza, it's a branch on its own. Okay, it's a polling station where we go and vote. The party has to go at Wonza and convince students to vote for UPN. And then there are people there, there are party members. So when there's a function, some of them, they would want to follow. If they say we need to bust them, you can bust them, there's no harm. Same like the opposition, they have branches at University of Zambia, in Copperbelt, at Mulongoshi. They have their own people also who are championing their message also. So you cannot stop it. So all of us, at the end of the day, people, they come on their own to listen and get the information or the message from the president. So when they go back to their campus, they are able now to give that message to their students so they can whom many people to support UPN and Akainde HLM.
Before I talk about what is happening during this election season, Gilbert, when you look back at your 5 years as a chair and looking forward, let's start with looking back. What are some of your successes, some of the challenges that you faced, and how you want to use the past 5 years as a launch pad now perhaps for a better 5 years?
The first one, which I'll tell you, which I'm happy with it for sure, the issue of stopping lawlessness. For me, this one has been one of our achievements we have made. The issue of markets, marketeers, bus station, lawlessness, on just lawlessness itself. I may say that President Akainde HLM has tried his best through our office to reach out to every cadre to behave.
Excellent.
That's an achievement. So that council on its own, they're able to collect money so that at the end of the day, we can have a street rights. At the end of the day, we can have a good drainage. At the end of the day, we can have water in our communities. Then cadres are the one collecting monies and become so bosses everywhere. I think that lawlessness, which President Akainde has stopped, for me, it's one of an achievement. Yes, achievement, I'll tell you, number one, as I've said already, the free education itself, it's an achievement. Because when you have educated nation, innovation comes now. It reduces high levels of employment in the country. But people now, they're able to wake up on their own to make money on their own. They won't wait for a government, but they're able to create employment for themselves. For me, it is one of the best equalizer which UPN has done to this country. And when people are educated, you can't lie to them. You can't cheat on them. They're able to make a collective decision to ensure that this is the best for our country. For me, that one, Frank, I'll tell you that is one of the best President Akainde HLM has done. Yes, we can talk about the CDF itself, yes, because a rural part, now it's benefiting through loans in terms of agriculture. At least to my tractor, my proud, they're able now to have, we can have a bumper harvest today. All these things, this is what I can say we have done it. Yes, certain other things, remember we had a drought, which hammered us like no man's business, under difficult situation. But there was a cash for work which came in to caution the problem at the end of the day, which has continuous and to continue. We could see now that we got a bumper harvest today. And I've told many Zambians to say that your country, to be good, you need to have first food. And that food is a collective responsibility to all of us to go and till the land, which we have done the past 2 years.
Yeah.
The people of Zambia have responded very well to President Hakainde Hichilema. And also President Hakainde Hichilema has responded to the people of Zambia by giving them inputs, by moving together, all of us.
Yeah.
So for these things, I can say we have done very well. In the next this term, why we want the people of Zambia even voting for us. You know for sure that in 2021, there was a lot of debt, which President Hakainde has to work onto it. And this party, UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema, we are saying economic freedom.
Right.
And economic freedom comes with pain. It's not an event, it's a process. And that's why we keep on saying, trust the process, because now we have done with the political independence, you know, we have done all those things.
Yeah.
The focus of this generation is that how do we improve the economy of this country? By improving it, there will be casualties at the end of the day.
Right.
The way there was the casualties when they were fighting for independence. So certain things will be hard for us to achieve what we want. So this second term now is to lower the cost of living for everyone.
Right.
And that's what we want now for the young people of this country, that can we work together and work together with President Hakainde Hichilema as we now ensuring that the economy of this country should be better for everyone.
Let's move, quickly, very fast, and quickly look at adoptions. There have been challenges, that you have faced, double, documents. Could you explain that? And the positive side is that, people, members of UPND have decided. And what we have witnessed is that most of the incumbents in those constituencies, have been rejected. So many of them. How do you explain this?
And in my preamble, I said, when candidates are 5 or 4, no one is unpopular.
Yeah.
For them, everyone is popular. So you cannot say this one is not popular. No. A candidate himself, what he knows that I have people who loves me,
but
and the people
you
vote for me.
Those who have worked in government, those who have been members of parliament for some time, to at least have a basis for being adopted, based on their record. It seems the electorate saying you did not do well.
So the issue is, if I were to tell you, the 156 members of parliament, under the leadership of Hakainde, I'm saying 156 members of parliament, including the opposition. I can tell you in the past 5 years, all of them, they have done well in their constituencies. Because of what? President Hakainde Hichilema brought in money, take to the constituency.
But why are they being rejected?
No, I'll come back to that. I want just the reality of life. We need to understand, all of us. And the fact that the 156 members of parliament, opposition and ruling party, under the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND, most of these leaders, they have done well in their constituencies in terms of infrastructure, school, clinics, how there's for the teachers, nurses, how there's for the extension officers. They have done their best. Maybe where they went wrong, it was to communication. How did they communicate the developmental projects to the electorate now? That's where the problem is now. And that's why I find that others are saying, Bankalamaning. Okay, Bankalamaning, what are you doing yourself? Have you gone on the field? You'll find that you have only gone in a certain place, a corner. You are not all over the coast. But these constituencies are big. They are only known you on a certain area. But the same incumbent MP is known everywhere. But at a certain corner, and especially in the urban center where we need exchange of monies, because a member of parliament, his job is to make laws there.
Absolutely.
But because, as I said, we misinform our people. That's why the judges even actually at the end of the day.
We've got 2-3 minutes before we wind up. Time moves very fast. But I need to clarify, this. You've been politics again. I repeat, is about numbers. You've been, it's been reported, that you made a directive to civil servants that they must vote, UPND, during the elections. Could you clarify that?
I think, Frank, it's about misinformation, but I'll be very clear again here. Is that the responsibility of a civil servant is to implement first the policy and the vision of the president, the party. And the people, we need to feel it that are doing it. But if you're not doing your job, yet resources, everything has been done, and then you, a civil servant, you sit down onto it, I think the party cannot allow that. We are the eyes of the president and the party in our communities. And you need to know that a civil servant, when he goes wrong, they won't point a finger on him or her. They'll point a finger to the president and the party UPND. So whatever you are saying today, people say UPND has failed. Yet, an individual in a certain institution is the one doing that. So we need to caution. Yes, there are some of the people which we may say, we need your vote at the end of the day. So ours is to ask for a vote to every civil servant that vote for us. But a certain position also who's supposed to know that my responsibility, I'm aligned. Because there are positions which are political appointed. Those have no choice is to ensure that they are aligned with the party. And they should be seen that they're doing the right thing. They need to supervise in a good way. They need to accommodate everyone. So with the part, when you feel like the DC is not doing his job, we'll question that DC. When you feel like the PS is not doing his job, as the people want, we'll caution to say, you are decampaigning the party. So, because even the civil servants, they complain to the party when things are not moving very well. Why do they come and complain to the party? It's because we are the one in government, we are the one carrying the vision, and they are implementing the manifesto. So we need to work together. So there's nothing to instruct them to vote for UPND, because a vote is a secret. No matter how you're going to ambush them, forcing them, if they don't want, they don't want.
My final question, I could have asked a number of questions at the end, but I think this one encompasses, everything in 2 minutes, which I'll give you. What is your final message, out there in relation to governance, in relation to UPND, in relation to the elections, and the message as a whole to the people out there?
The message to the Zambian people, number one, first of all, let me first start with the Zambian people that we are seeking for a second term. Ask them to give us another opportunity to bring the UPND Chilema, looking where we are coming from. Yes, we have some challenges somewhere there, challenges. All of us, we know. But these challenges, bring the UPND Chilema, if you have seen, he has been tackling them one by one. And where he has made a mistake, he has gone on the podium to up-project the people of Zambia. That's a start of UPND Chilema. And this is a leader we need, all of us. He has tolerated all of us. We are able to speak in the bus station, everywhere. We are able to criticize the UPND Chilema the way we want it, but we pick what is good when people are criticizing, and UPND implements. To the people of Zambia, again, I'm saying there's no need to do with the violence. Let's work together. No, let's not fight each other, but let's focus and choose leaders whom we want. Well, let's protect this country. And I'm appealing to traditional leaders, also to the churches. Your role is to bring us all together as politicians, not to divide us. Pray for us, because politics can build and can destroy. So all I'm asking that let's work together. To the structure of the UPND is that let's accommodate. Let's work together. Adoption has passed. We did what we can do. And the cries will be there because there's only one position at the end of the day. The issue I'm asked from the party structure, let's work together, let's campaign for UPND Chilema, let's do exactly what the party has told us, door-to-door campaign. Lastly, to the young people of UPND Youth Wing, across the country, no violence. Please leave away the opposition. Don't make somebody popular when he's not popular. Don't. Leave them. If they're raising their symbol, raise your own symbol. But focus on a voters card and NRC for people to join UPND and for people to vote for UPND Chilema on the 13th August 2026.
Great. One final question. I keep on asking this question, to all my guests on Simply Frank. When we finish recording, when we leave these studios and you meet Jesus, outside, what kind of discussion would you discuss with Jesus? What would you tell Jesus? Wow. Yes, Jesus. What am I going to tell Jesus? What would you be telling Jesus?
It's to tell him about how we stay
Yeah.
How are we supposed to love each other?
Yeah.
The commandments itself, are we following it? Because one of the biggest commandments God has given us through Jesus was we need to love each other.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be trust keepers at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, that when I meet Jesus, I'll tell him, can I be in the second home?
Yeah.
When that day you come,
Wow.
I want to be part of you there.
Wow.
Despite all the sins I've done, but I want to be that in heaven also, to see the good part of God and everywhere. That's the only thing I can tell my Jesus.
Gilbert, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Frank. That me humbled to be interviewed by the veteran.
Most appreciated. I hope you come to my birthday celebrations, at Kabwata Orphanage for my 74th. We'll have it on the 13th. I want donations, to my friends, the orphans. I became an orphan when I was very young. So the last 5 years or so, I always celebrate at Kabwata Orphanage. You are invited.
I'm invited and I've accepted. If I want to be in Lusaka, still will contribute. That is part of our life.
Yeah.
To ensure that the vulnerable people are being helped in a small way. The little which we have, we share. And Jesus will bless us.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Right. Before I wind up, I'm a Man United fan, but,
we are Man United.
You are United also. So me and Gilbert, we really have no choice but to congratulate Arsenal for winning the league. I hope you don't win the Champions League. I see that a number of presidents have congratulated Arsenal. Our president, HH, has congratulated Arsenal. Kagame has congratulated Arsenal. Ruto has congratulated the Arsenal. Only one, man who is very upset, and that is the president of Uganda, Museveni. Museveni says, what is this Arsenal? You should be feeding people instead of celebrating the victory of Arsenal. On that, we end tonight's program. On behalf of Gilbert LISWANISO, newly elected chairman of UPND Youths, this has been Simply Frank, and I'm Frank. Good night to you all.